Hey everyone, today we are going to learn our last loop letter, which is the cursive K. So make sure you have your cursive packet. We're looking at this one. You need a sharp pencil and a hard surface to write on. Last loop letter, that went fast. Next we start with our up-down letters. You'll have to be thinking what that means, why they're called that. But the loop letters all have loops. The K is no different. This time you're not going to be digging for worms. You're going to stay between the grass line and the sky line. Get your imaginary air pencil ready. We're going to draw it in the sky. Here we go.
K is a loop letter. It starts on the grass line. Point to the grass line. Glide up to the sky line. Loop back down to the grass line. Trace up to the plane line and make a little belly. Go back to the grass line and make a tail.
So it should remind you of the letter H. It starts off like the L, which the H does. It comes down, but the H retraces just like that. And so the K is going to do the same as the H. It retraces, but you make that little half belly at the top and then the tail. Let's try it again in the air.
K is a loop letter. It starts on the grass line. Point to the grass line. Glide up to the sky line. Loop back down to the grass line. Trace up to the plane line and make a little belly. Go back to the grass line and make a tail.
Notice that little belly is halfway between the airplane line and the grass line. So you got to be careful when you do that. All right, try it on your leg.
K is a loop letter. It starts on the grass line. Point to the grass line. Glide up to the sky line. Loop back down to the grass line. Trace up to the plane line and make a little belly. Go back to the grass line and make a tail.
Now try it on your arm.
K is a loop letter. It starts on the grass line. Point to the grass line. Glide up to the sky line. Loop back down to the grass line. Trace up to the plane line and make a little belly. Go back to the grass line and make a tail.
Nice. Let's see what it's like on paper with the actual lines. So again, you want to practice tracing over this large K because that's how you get the feel of it. Starting at the grass line, I'm going to loop all the way up to the sky line, just like I've been doing for all our other loop letters, except for E. Come straight down to the grass line. Here's what I want you to really pay attention to. Retrace, go right back up those letters or that line, because if you don't, you're going to get a weird space. We don't want that. And then now you're at the airplane line. You're going to make a little belly. That means only halfway between the airplane line and the grass line. And then you scoop right back down to the grass line and make that connecting tail. Okay, that's a little tricky. Watch again. Come up to the sky line, loop back down to the left, all the way down to the grass line. Now watch how my pencil does not move. It does not, I don't pick it up, right? It does move, it doesn't get picked up. I retrace, like I'm not making a new line, I'm retracing that line, coming up to that airplane line, making a little belly. I don't have to go all the way in. And then I come down at a slant into a tail. Okay, so trace up to the sky line, loop back down to the grass line, retrace up to that airplane line, make a small belly, and make a tail. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing here. Trace over the black one and see if you can get at least 8 Ks in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, leaving spaces between them, 6. Ooh, I only got 7 on that one. So maybe only 7 today. Maybe it'll be less for you, but make sure you're practicing and trying to get a few in there. Okay, so you'll do all of these here. Don't forget the 3 lines. Again, if you need a break, take a break and go back to it. Stretch out your fingers. Now you'll notice this K, I actually came all the way to that line, and it's fine. You can still tell it's a K. I try to leave a little space. And that one, my loop is not quite as good. Not going to cry about it. I'm just going to try and learn from it and say, okay, I need to make my loop a little better. And then I'm going to look at all of them and see which one I think is my best. And I think it's this one. I'm going to put a star by it. When you are connecting the letter K to other letters to make a word, like in kite, that tail, it goes right into the next letter. So here with the K, I went right into that I. So that's why you need that tail. I noticed some of us in person have been stopping here at the grass line, and that's going to make it really hard to do cursive. The whole point in cursive is that you connect every letter, and it's faster, and it's so pretty. It actually should be faster because with manuscript, which is what you've learned in your previous school years, you're picking up your pencil every time. And that's why it takes longer. And cursive is just fun. So your last loop letter, enjoy it. I can't wait to see how you do. And then we'll start on our up-down letters, I believe, next week. So can't believe how fast that's going. All right, good to see you guys. We'll see you later.